Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we get to talk about Lady Chang, an unexpected character for the last banner of King of Fighter All-Stars. But here we are, here she is, and she does look really cool, guys. I actually really like the dragon on her dress. It's funny that she says thanks on top of her ribbon there. Pretty cool, pretty funny character, pretty fun to play, and insanely strong, guys. In fact, she's quite a bit stronger than Iori, but you'll find that she's really a lot stronger than him, more in a team composition than she is doing a solo, and that's what we're going to be doing today. But she's still insanely powerful. Now, she is a green defense, which at this point doesn't matter, guys. I don't want to repeat myself over and over and over when it comes to do the end of the game, but that is the truth. And then we have the leadership. Now, this leadership is the most insane leadership that we've ever seen in this game. Increase attack of all the fighters by 100%. It's a shame we never got this kind of leadership earlier on, but here we are. She does decrease HP by 20%, but in all honesty, guys, when it comes to UE characters, they have so much HP. For them, it really doesn't matter. And then on top of that, a lot of the EX characters we've had that's had all these buffs with the UE buffs, getting all that extra HP, it's really not going to affect them that much either, right? So there's that. She does have some wild critical damage and critical rate buffs, increased attack buffs, and so on. She does gain 1 stack of Precious Friend, which is kind of a funny name, every 0.2 seconds while active 3 skill is charging, and that's really her moneymaker, is that third skill. Precious Friend increases active 3 skill damage coefficient by 50%, up to 500%, which is pretty insane. And then when using the active skill 1 and 2, consumes stacks of Precious Friend and gains the following effects according to the number of stacks consumed. Increase skill damage of active skill used by 55% for 5 seconds, up to 550%, and decreases remaining cooldown of active skill used by 1 second, up to 10 seconds, which is insane. So what you want to do is you want to set up the third skill first. That way you set off your Precious Friend, and then when you use your active skill 1 and 2 afterwards, it'll consume that Precious Friend and gain this active skill used damage up to 550%. It's only for 5 seconds, but still, it's pretty massive. And then she increases active 1 damage coefficient up to 2000%, momentum up to 50% for each being landed by the skill. This would really matter, guys, for plug-in plant or, say, Tower of Illusion. I mean, it's going to matter until the end of the game, but unfortunately, that's about it. She also gains extra momentum whenever she lands an active skill 2 on an elite boss or enemy. This would be good for, like, Aegis Challenge. And then she does have a heal, which is pretty cool. She's immune to stun, fear, bleed, and poison, which is pretty good for PvP. She increased active skill damage by 350% and basic attack damage by 2,000%. Pretty nice. It's always interesting to me. They always give these basic attack damage increases. But the truth is, a lot of these characters that they have that, we still mainly just use their skills. We might do some basics, but not a whole lot. And her Phantom UE skill resets all of her active skills whenever you use it. She'll gain 10 Precious Friend stacks. Using an active skill within 8 seconds of using this skill does not consume Precious Friend, but activates the buff as if one consumed. So whenever you use your Phantom UE skill, you're going to get the max buffs automatically. Pretty much on that third skill is what they're trying to tell you here. Plus, your third skill will be at max state at the very beginning. Increase active skill damage by 200% for 10 seconds. And only one effect is applied based on the tier. Tier 1, increase strike skill damage for 30%. Tier 2, increase strike skill damage by 40%. And Tier 3, increase strike skill damage by 50%. Her one skill does give her a nice skill that pulls enemies in. This is actually really, really cool, kind of like Terry Bogard. She also applies a stun whenever she lands on the target for 3.5 seconds. Massive for PvP. And then when in use, decrease the remaining active 3 skill cooldown by 5% each time the skill lands on a 0.1 second cooldown. Her second skill gives her Hyper Armor for 5 seconds. She has a PvP exclusive, which removes everything that gives characters survivability. And then she decreases the remaining activated 3 skill cooldown by 30% upon use. So whenever you hit the second skill, you're decreasing the skill cooldown of the third skill. The third skill is a charge skill. And whenever you hold this thing, guys, you're going to get the decrease enemy defenses by 8%, increase damage received by 100% for 13 seconds. You're going to increase your attack speed while you're charging, which is very important because she's going to do she swings her ball around over and over and over, and the faster that thing swings, the more hits she's going to do, and the more damage she's going to do. Pretty insane. And then at full charge, removes the target's guard upon landing a skill, deals physical damage equal to 5,000% attack, and upon use, increase active 3 damage coefficient by up to 500% and momentum up to 20%. Precious Friend for 5 seconds. And then her finisher resets active skill cooldown. You gain 5 stacks of Precious Friend upon use. Upon use, increase finisher skill damage by 300%, up to 3,000%, and momentum by 3%, up to 30% for each Precious Friend for 2 seconds. So, pretty wild buffs that this character has. And then, of course, with 3PG, gives the sweet strike skill damage increase by 10%. And when it comes to her, guys, strike skills is where it's at. And so if you're building her and you're trying to level up her plugins, you want to give her strike skill damage. That is going to be very, very good for her. However, for me, I didn't put any plugins on her because I didn't do it for Iori, so I didn't do it for her. And the stones that I'm using are just from other, other previous banners that we've had. We have the Volume 5, which increases critical damage by 20%. We have the another Ultimate 5 here, which increases Ultimate Fighter active skill 2 damage by 20%. Not the greatest. And then the third one increases all of the active skill damage by 15%. So not the best plugins or imprint stones, but still pretty good. And then these last two, just the attack's all I wanted, just getting increase the attack. She doesn't have darkness or shock, so that really doesn't matter at all. So, just kind of like the bare minimum. Then we're just going to run the same set, same option cards. Everything's the same as what we did with the Iori, except for the 3PG, obviously. And this thing does increase strike skill damage, which is pretty wild. She's a pretty cool character, guys. But we're going to talk about her as we play through good old Guild Raid. Yay! Let's give her that hoorah! Guild Raid! We're going to use Iori as a striker. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. Now, this is really cute. Her entrance is really cute. She's a cutie, right? I mean, she's a lolly, but, lollies are usually cute. It's kind of usually how it goes. But, anyways. Alright. There we go. Boom. Now, her 3PG is actually really, really cool. Very awesome. Does this big old spin. And then she does a little cutesy thing where she gets the drop on the side of her, the sweat, Alright, and we 1, 2, and then hit that third skill and just start going. Boom, and you just want to do 2 rounds with the third skill and then bring her 3PG back in. You can do her default as well and then do her 3PG afterwards. Rugal's going to blow up on us now. Now, little criticism that I have about Netmarble is that I really feel like, here we go, hold on. Another thing, by the way, is her third skill can move, which is awesome. This thing can actually follow along the other opponents, which is pretty cool, right? But a criticism I have is, I really wish they would have put Lady Chang in the banner before this and put Orochi Leona and Orochi Iori in the same banner for the very last banner. I think that would have been pretty awesome. You see how this moves? That's really cool, right? I like that a lot. A big complaint that I have a lot of times with some of these characters is that you get hit. Oh, we kind of messed up there. All right. Now we're going to hit that second skill there. There we go. There we go. Woo. She has some funny sound effects. I like the little diagrams or whatever, or pictures that's on the ball. That's pretty cool. But I do really wish that they would have put Leona and Iori in the last banner. I think that players would have appreciated that a lot more because as cool and as fun as Lady Chang is and as strong as she is, oh crap. I do think that would have went over a little bit better, but here we are. It really doesn't matter, honestly, guys, at this point. Yeah. It did surprise me when I didn't see this character in the last banner. But is she strong? Is she OP? Yeah, she's pretty much the strongest character in the game, guys. Pretty much. Now, it's not going to look like it's so much here because, again, during doing solos, I've tested this. Iori and her are not that far apart. But whenever you do a team run, I'll probably show you guys another video. If you guys seen Snow's video, you'll see that there's a huge difference between these characters as far as, how much damage they can actually do when they have a team. But I just love that you can follow. That is sick. Boom. And if you notice the meters breaking down as we're hitting Rugal. Oh. Now, this isn't exactly what you want because the 3PG is so long that you really want to be able to hit Rugal whenever he's stunned. Okay, and boom. Oh. Whoa. The other thing that's nice Hold on. The other thing that's nice is that whenever she's doing her third skill, she's spinning her ball around and around and around. She's actually causing Rugal or her opponents to be stagnant, right? They're just kind of like, ah, and they're barely moving. And that's pretty handy, man. Oh, nice. That's pretty funny how she bounces her head. I mean, in a way, like, I see why Netmarble went with Lady Chang, because I guess she's kind of a nice send-off, for King of Fighter All-Star. We're not really having the greatest run, to be honest, guys. Kind of made a few mistakes here, but that's all right. I've gotten about 4.4 trillion doing solos with her. Same setup as what I'm doing right now, but sometimes, depending on how many critical hits you get, really depends on how much damage you're actually going to do. Come on. Here we go. The other thing you'll notice is that she builds up her Phantom State bar insanely fast. Like, look at how fast that thing is getting built. I mean, 4 trillion, but I got about 4.4 trillion, doing this earlier. So it just depends on how many critical hits you're really doing, guys, as far as how much damage you're going to do. But yeah, she's OP. She's super strong. Like I said, not a huge difference between her and Iori doing a solo. But in team runs, I mean, from what I've seen, especially from Snow's video, shout out to Snow, she showed Iori and Lady Chang in team runs, and there was a huge difference then. Big difference then, which kind of upset me. But then whenever I played them as solo characters, it's not a whole lot of difference, honestly, that I've seen so far. So I'm kind of relieved a little bit about that, because honestly, I really feel like Iori should have been the strongest character at the end. A lot of people keep saying that this is the mascot for King of Fighter All-Star. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why people would say that. I think that, if I was going to think of a mascot for this game, it would be an actual original KOF character, not a made-up All-Star character. But I guess because it's King of Fighter All-Star, maybe that's why, right? I mean, she's cute. She's fun. She's got some really cool sound effects, guys. Some really awesome animations. She's a great character. She's the strongest character in the game, guys. She does insanity as far as damage. And I'll probably make another video with Iori and Lady Chang with plugins maybe on them. Maybe get them to A9. See how strong they are then. But should you pull for her? I mean, at this point, does it really matter? Why not? Spend those rubies. Get the character. Have as much fun with the character and as much fun in the game as you can while it lasts until October 30th. So guys, let me know what you think about Lady Chang, and I stream on Twitch and YouTube. Link Twitch in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.